the infrastructure going in there. So just wanted you to be aware of that as well. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mr. Dial. At this point, we'll go into propositions and remarks from mayor and council members. We have a couple of proclamations to deliver. First one is Homeless Awareness Day. And it says, whereas there are homeless individuals and families in Medford, and whereas community awareness and participation are essential in addressing and eliminating issues and circumstances that contribute to homelessness, and whereas the City of Medford recognizes that hunger and homelessness continues to be a serious problem for many individuals and families, and whereas agencies such as Access bring programs such as Project Homeless Connect to our area, Project Homeless Connect is a one-day event designed to offer vital assistance and services to include health care screenings, job placement opportunities, housing support, and government services in a one-stop model to persons experiencing homelessness. And whereas the City of Medford encourages all citizens to recognize that many people do not have housing and need support from citizens and private, public, nonprofit service entities. Now, therefore, I, Gary H. Wheeler, Mayor of the City of Medford, do proclaim July 7th, 2011 as Homeless Awareness Day. And I will deliver this. Ed Anglietti from Access developed the Homeless Connect program. It was last month at the Armory, and I think very successful, so we'll continue to support that. The other one is Recreation and Parks Month rather than Parks and Recreation Month. So for Mr. Schoten, it says, whereas parks, recreation activities, and leisure experiences provide opportunities for young people to live, grow, and develop into contributing members of society. And whereas parks and recreation create lifelines and continued life experiences for older members of our community. And whereas generating opportunities for people to come together and experience a sense of community through fun recreational pursuits. And whereas parks, playgrounds, ball fields, nature trails, open spaces, community and cultural centers, and historic sites make a community attractive and desirable places to live, work, play, and visit to contribute to our ongoing economic vitality. And whereas parks, greenways, and open space provide a welcome respite from our fast-paced, high-tech lifestyles while protecting and preserving our natural environment. And whereas parks and recreation agencies touch the lives of individuals, families, groups, and the entire community, which positively impacts upon social, economic, health, and environmental quality of our community. So I hereby proclaim July 2011 as Recreation and Parks Month and encourage all citizens to celebrate by participating in their choice of leisure activities. And boy, do we have them. I don't know how many, several hundred listed on our summer schedule, and that's really nice. People can take advantage of it, and I'm sure you guys are right in the middle of it right now, so lots of kids taking advantage of the program. So I want to thank Brian Schoten and his staff and all that really work hard to bring all of these things together for our community. Thank you very much. That is all we have for proclamations today. Committee reports. Mr. Kuntz.
Thank you, Your Honor. The Water Commission met yesterday, and we got the results from Big Butte Springs. The flow is way up over the 20-year average, and Will Lake is absolutely full. Almost a record time for it being at the full level because of all the rain we've had. The suggestion was about that new computer program they're trying to get installed and work on. It's going to reduce paperwork and duplication, and it's going to speed things up. It's going to cost a lot of money, but it's going to last a long time. And Chris Sitt gave a very nice presentation, very involved and technical, but the staff is very happy with it, so we're looking forward to getting it installed. I also attended the Landmarks meeting this week, and the Landmarks Commission approved 5 changes to the Judge Norton House on West 11th and South Oakdale. They approved 5 minor changes. The changes are a result of building materials not being available to match the original house. So they made modifications, and they came out very good. They also approved Congressman Greg Wald's sign on his new building. That's in 14th North Central, his new office building. We congratulate him for making Medford to be a site, particularly downtown. And that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Kuntz. Further committee? Yes, Ms. Blair.
The Housing and Community Development Commission met last night. We had Mr. Kuntz and I attended. We had a lively discussion on Economic Development and Housing Trust. And we have some good news. One of our subcommittees has completed one of their projects, the housing quality element that we've attached now to the front page of our website, and Ms. O'Neill is there to show you that we have a very prominent position there. And this document is meant to help homeowners, landlords, and tenants to know better the quality standards that we have in the city for housing and rental properties, make sure that they are up to livable standards and such. So it's a really nice document that we've come up with, and we're hoping that we'll get Chief George to include it in his Operation Care package that they give out to residents when we do that survey. Try and get this information into as many hands of residents in Medford as we can. That's it.
Thank you very much. Mr. Michaels.
Two reports. The Arts Commission this last month went ahead and did a purchase of a large piece of art from the Art and Bloom. It was I think like a large stainless steel flower, so I could describe it. And so that's been purchased. I believe that they're going to bring it into council chambers at some point, put it on display. So I don't have any more information on that. I don't know that much about art. But and then the second thing is that the Parks and Rec Commission is going to be doing a tour around various parks, I think this upcoming Tuesday. Is that right, Mr. Shoten? Going around and taking a look. I don't know if it's going to be all of them, but it's going to be quite a few, especially the Liberty Park proposed site. That's it.
Thank you. Further reports. Mr. Gordon.
I have a couple. I indicated to you that SPAC, Site Plan and Architecture Review, had reviewed a project on McDonald's at Bear Creek Center. And the orientation will be changing to East McAndrews. And I actually have a picture of that and how the traffic flow will work, and I'll just pass that down. I think it'll actually look nicer than what it currently does, and I think it'll look nicer than Jack in the Box project. The SPAC reviewed several other projects I'd just like to comment on. One was a proposed bank medical building on the corner of Highland and Barnett. And I don't believe, did they give the final order on that one? No, so there's no final order on it. And if you look at this, there are definitely some changes from what that SPAC made. For example, this is showing an entrance off of Highland, just a right-in, and that they did not approve. But I wanted conceptually to let you know what's going on. It's next to the Eye Center. It's currently an apartment building. I want to say it's one that Wally Iverson owned, and it's going by the wayside, and this is the building that will go into its place. So everybody that gets off at the south interchange and heads to Barnett, that's going to be the building that they are definitely going to be seeing. So I wanted to share that with you. And then most important to me is they reviewed a project for Motorcycle USA, and it's going to be out on Grumman Drive, and it's tough to get old, and you lose your sense of who's employing whom because you're not employed anymore. So those, it doesn't matter to you who employs whom. Terrible to say, but unfortunately for me, it's true. But they have 110 employees. I was absolutely flabbergasted and growing. And they're not only looking at building one building, but they have enough space out there. It's kind of behind and to the north a little bit of Lithia Motors out on 62. They have room for a second building. They did it I marveled at the presentation. It was wonderfully done. They have done some really nice things for employees that I haven't seen any other employers do in our area. The site plan commission, I think, was equally as pleased with the project and said so to the folks. And this is one company that I'm glad that is here. It's part of e-commerce. They obviously have a very rapidly growing business, and I'm just glad they've located in Medford, and I'm very happy that they found a place to call home and to have a place where they'll be able to expand their business. And I just know that Bill Houk wants to add something.
That's right. Mr. Houk.
Motorcycle USA, Don Beckland's the owner of that company, and they when the first time I ever met Don, he was in his was in a building up on Sky Park up behind the bowling alley, and he was sharing a building with a shower, Medford Mirror shower doors, whoever it is, and I called on him, and he had some pretty big plans and some pretty aggressive moves on the market. And the next time I visited him, he had thrown his landlord out because he had overgrown what he needed, so he had the whole building. And his landlord's out off of Vilas in one of the little condo buildings over there, but he's still doing okay. And then the next time I talked to him, I was asking him if he was thinking on getting a parade permit because he had so many FedEx trucks coming out the back of his building. He used to, at one time, he was the largest user of FedEx in the valley, period. He's shipping worldwide.